Let's see who's on today. Pull up my table forward. Let's see who all gonna come on today. Let's see. Hey, peace, power, and protection. Peace, power, and protection. Let some more people come in. Hope your day going well. Hope your day going well. I probably need to share this, because people probably don't know I'm in here. All right. Peace, power, and protection, y'all. Peace, power, and protection. I hope that y'all staying dangerous. So I sent out the invite to some people, but how y'all been doing? Peace, power, and protection. You know, time to light it up. You understand? Because there's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now, y'all. Like, I don't know how y'all feeling about all of this, but it's getting really real. So, you know, I don't know if you all are aware, but there was a earthquake in Istanbul overnight. I want to start out with the stuff that's important. So the first reason I came on here on some for real stuff though, y'all, for real. It was an earthquake in Istanbul. Hold on, my little smoke trying to go out. And it was a 6.2, okay, over there in Turkey. There's been many aftershocks. There's a warning that the prime minister gave out, and governments have started giving out around the world to their citizens to prepare for an earthquake. Earthquakes is getting ready to be imminent, you guys, okay? Over there in Turkey, it's really bad. They got people in the street. They predicting if they have another category 7 shallow earthquake that over 90,000 buildings will collapse and over 40 million people will be homeless. So if they giving the warnings over there for that, you guys, over here it's done been trembling everywhere too. Over here is waterworks everywhere. Over here it's burning everywhere right now. New Jersey on fire. Did y'all know that? New Jersey on fire now. So we got a big ass wildfire broke out in New Jersey. I think they said like 40,000 people or something had to get evacuated up there. They're going through evacuations up there. You got in Alaska right now. Alaska trembling like a leaf. Like a leaf, you guys. And they already getting them prepared for that volcano that's getting ready to go off up there, and telling them it's an imminent that is going to erupt. We have had multiple earthquakes in Yellowstone. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. California, what was it, last week just had that shallow earthquake. What was it, like a 5.2 or something? And it was rocking, y'all. So the time is near. When I told everybody that Tiamat was going to sign wave, the time is near. The government's done start telling people, you understand, it is what it is. Ain't nothing we going to be able to do about it, but just, hey, if you on planet Earth, something finna rock, something finna shake, something finna roll, and it's getting ready to really be about divine protection and not the distractions. Yes, everything at the same time, y'all. Everything going off at the same time. Y'all, they trying to distract us with the bullshit right now. It's a lot of bullshit in the media, and I'm going to get into some of that too. Because you understand, I got to get on their ass. But before I did that, it is up, Incarnate Rye. It's up. It's up than a motherfucker. It's up and it's stuck, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I done just been sitting here smoking, waiting on it. And what I've been telling us to do is, because we the chosen, is to just focus on our ascension right now. We just had Easter. Our cells just renewed. Oh, yeah, I feel the shaking. Not only can I feel the shaking, but even my heart been kind of, you understand, like 2 days ago, yo, I felt that earthquake. It was either, no, it wasn't the earthquake no, I felt the earthquake because, y'all, I was actually in a spiritual discussion. I ain't playing, y'all, I ain't playing. And my heart did a little stutter beat, and I'm like, oh shit, something done shook. I'm like, something is shaking. And like, I stopped the whole discussion, and we was all on the chat talking about it, because a lot of people, because y'all, we in tune with Tiamat now, and you able to feel that. You is linked to it. You don't need no Schumann resonance or no radar to tell you what's going on with Tiamat if you is a child of Tiamat. You understand what I'm saying? You linked up with her. You know what's happening. You understand? I don't got to turn on the news or nothing to know it's chaotic everywhere. I could feel it. And I don't know about y'all, but this cosmic energy done been hitting. It's done been hitting. Okay? I done lost weight. I done had, like at night or whatever, you understand, I be up, you understand, but I be sleeping too now too. Like when we got them real big X flares or whatever, it actually put me to sleep. You know what? It's your nerves, yo. It's your nervous system, man. Let me tell you something. For realer than real, Coda Marie, you need to detox like a motherfucker. Detox your body, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Because this energy is plasma energy, okay? You a plasma-based being. But if you got toxins, proteins coating your blood, shit like that, bruh, you gonna have a hard fucking time. And you're going to start having symptoms. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff like that with the nervous system. And shingles, honestly, that's a parasite. A parasite causes shingles, friend. It's a worm. It's a helminth worm that lives in the dorsal root ganglia of your nerve fibers. And when you under stress, which we are under stress, our HPA axis right now, hypothalamic pituitary axis, is under stress from the cosmic UV radiation that's coming from the sun. When that radiation hits us and we try to rotate those protons and stuff like that, it creates hormones. You understand what I'm saying? Because your body reacts to the sun. You understand? The sun affects your hypothalamic pituitary axis and the hormones and stuff that you let off, and it affects your nervous system. And if your nervous system can't handle it, your body, or can't handle the stress from the UV radiation, your body will start to release a chemical called cortisol. You don't want that. When cortisol gets released in your body, it lowers your immune system. It basically tells your immune system to shut down, or it starts to, you understand, shut parts of your immunity down. It's kind of like a fail-safe. It's trying to stop you from killing yourself, but actually it's hurting you at the same time, because you need those immune cells. So when the immune cells fall, you understand what I'm saying? That's when the parasite is able to come out of the dorsal root ganglion and affect your dermatome, the dermatome wherever the parasite is living. So basically, you need a real good detox. Some people offer that detox or whatever. It's very involved. Like, it involves like cutting out all the meat and everything, and food and all kind of stuff. It's stuff that you have to do, but you can detox it out of your body. You can. But that's also why I had this conversation, tribe. It's because I wanted to come to y'all, because I knew that a lot of us was going to be under the stress from the UV radiation, and it was going to start to affect our muscles, you understand, your nervous system, stuff like that. So now is a very good time to be doing grounding and doing your meditative exercises, doing breathing exercises. Is very good if you're having respiratory difficulty right now. You should be incorporating breathing exercises. You need to make sure that you're not mineral depleted, okay, tribe? So that means that you need to be taking the minerals and stuff like zinc. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple of different ones or whatever. The ones that's the intermediate biotin, stuff like that. You're going to need that stuff because your cells is regenerating at a rapid rate. Your immune cells and also your red blood cells, enter and overstand, because your blood is renewing. It's got to rotate faster. It have to upgrade. Let me stop smoking because I can't smoke and say this. But it have to upgrade, you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Your cells got to upgrade. Your genes are upgrading from the genetic codes that you getting from the intelligence from the sun. Okay? And when those codes hit you, yeah, you got to have H3O water. H3O water is in fruits, it's in vegetables, watermelon, stuff like that. I suggest you find a good farmer's market or somewhere, not a store. Because right now, all the stores got a peel and stuff on the vegetables, which will actually cause you to have more problems with your ascension, because that genetic modification to the RNA and the stuff that they did to the appeal is going to modify your genetics as well. And then you're going to have a tougher time adjusting to the sun. So, enter and overstand. It's getting ready to get real out here for a lot of people. A lot of people's not going to be able to take this type of plasma energy. But in addition to that, we got what's going on the earth too. And a lot of people is just getting ready to go because of that too. And I'm just keeping it real. Like, this is the times that we are in. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, the best preparation that I could say is to get with your higher source and get a real connection. Because if you divinely protected, it won't matter what happened. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just realer than real on that. You could beat around the bush and talk about, you know, preparing this, preparing that. But sometimes you guys, you're not going to be prepared. You might be in a situation where you're not. But if you got divine insight, you is always prepared. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't a time to go into fear, because a lot of people is getting ready to be channeling fear right now. A lot of people is getting ready to be afraid of the inevitable. You understand? This has to change. This dimension is collapsing. This shit is shifting right now as we speak. And like I said, a month ago, when I started getting the signals about what was going to happen, I'm like, bruh, is these people really going to hold this shit up to the end? Yeah, they are, because we at the end. You understand? And that's what the chosen was just put here to do, to tell people, you understand, I'm a siren, and I'm just ringing the alarm bells like, hey, we at the end. You understand? Prepare. And preparing is just getting yourself right with your ascension. There's nothing else that you can do, because material's not going to help you get through this. You could have all the material in the world and collapse dead from an arrhythmia from your heart or something, from a stroke or something. So it's not going to matter. So if you're not physically and metaphysically ready for this shift, it ain't going to matter how much shit you got in your shelf and refrigerator, because you still going to get up out of here. So now you see why I'm going to the taking care of your body right now is important. You really is under cosmic radiation forces. And if your blood can't spin, you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack or something, or get some type of cancer or something, and you're not going to be here. And that's what's getting ready to start happening at an exponential rate, y'all, to a bunch of people. And it ain't going to matter if they got melanin skin or not. You're going to see a lot of melanin people developing these same type of diseases and stuff, you guys. Some of this is from the hot shot and those people losing genetic codes that would have helped them with the sun. And some of it is just because they don't have the genetics for it. You understand? Like, it's a lot of mixing and shit that happens. So just because you see a being with melanin, that don't mean that they got the right blood that's gonna spin. And honestly and truthfully, the more proteins and shit you got coating your blood, animal fats and all of that shit, it's bad enough. If you are Rhesus positive, you understand, which that's most people. If you already Rhesus positive and you got a protein on your blood, that's an A or a B. You understand? That's bad enough. But if you got that shit and then you got animal proteins and shit coating the membranes of your cells and shit too, all of that steric hindrance and stuff, bruh, you dead. I'm telling you right now. Like, you could do the best you can, but I know people who eat in that junk food and shit is feeling it, bro. To a degree. And that's part of the reason why I'm feeling it too, because I done been eating some salty chips and stuff. I'm just keeping it real. I gotta tighten up myself. You understand? I'm not finna tell nobody that they dying, because that's not even a thought to have. You understand? Because first of all, death is an illusion. And secondly, mind over matter, psychosomatic. If you think you dying, you're gonna shut your body down. Like, understand, health is mental first. Health is what you think. If you telling your body that you sick and you dying, then you programming your body to do just that. That's part of your I am mortal codes. You understand what I'm saying? Your I am codes. You gotta speak healing energy into yourself. And you got to do healing things for your body. You understand what I'm saying? And the first thing is reprogramming your mind to heal your body. You understand? So, even when you're in sickness and stuff like that, all it is a toxin or a breakdown of energy. So you energy depleted. That's what's going on, honestly and truthfully. And you need to do stuff to restore the energy to your body. So either it's minerals or something like that. And you got to get more, you understand, get healthier. You understand? That's all. And I mean, by getting healthier, I mean diet, I mean exercise, I mean meditation, really just getting in tune with your body. And this goes for anybody. Yes, I mean, for some, the goal is to leave this place. And I'll say this, the goal is to leave this place, number one, when you're ready to go and you know where you're going. Because this the last time. Either you getting ready to get recycled or you're going to ascend. So you understand, we created death in this dimensional plane. This is death. It's getting ready to be death for some, which means a total recycle of all of that consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? To go back to solar and be reabsorbed. You understand what I'm saying? Which isn't a bad thing, but some programs, that's what's going to happen. You understand? So if your energy can't make it back to the source because you don't know how to get that route, you understand what I'm saying? Then you're going to get reabsorbed. So that's why it's important to know how to ascend. The dying ain't bad, wasn't bad before, but now if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know how to get there, death is death this time for real. You really gone. You really gone this time, bro. Ain't no reincarnation. What's getting ready to happen is it's new programs, new souls, and some old souls that wasn't, some older souls, more ancient cosmic energy that wasn't ever on this planet that's coming back. So that's what I want to talk about now. So it's getting ready to be out with the old and in with the new. So y'all, we getting ready to see some curtains fade to black on some people. But let's not be downtrodden, because that's what's got to happen, because guess what else is happening? So since we talking about this, y'all, what's getting ready to happen, y'all, is this is our golden age, y'all. This is our golden age. So what you seeing right now is a bunch of cosmic intelligence coming back to this planet. in the form of radiation, because radiation is intelligence in the UV light. Okay, so you seeing all of these temples on the earth activating and stuff, and you seeing all of these energies. You also seeing what? So we seeing that. We seeing the orbs, right? The plasma beings. You seeing some beings that's not going to take a physical form. They just going to be plasma. You seeing that. And some of us are seeing ancestors and stuff like that, the shadow people, different stuff. It just depends on how high your vision get. But what I'm focusing on right now is the new energy that's coming back to the planet. So all of those colors you see in the air with the aurora borealis that they telling you, which is coming all the way down. Everybody able to see those colors now in the earth. That's consciousness, that's energy, that's soul, LAR energy, that's souls, okay? That's the new intelligence. Some of us are tapping into this intelligence, and that's how we able to get to the void and the records of Akash. As that intelligence is hitting some of us, it's going into our gametes right now, our spermatozoa, and our eggs and stuff like that, and your sperm cells, that cosmic intelligence, those souls. And some people is getting ready to give birth to those beings. You understand what I'm saying? And some of them are going to be new programs, and some of them are going to be the old raw incarnated gods that left here and now it's coming back. Understand? Gods left here. People that they call gods, because we're talking about energies that existed before the word God ever even existed, okay? So those energies left the planet, but now that the gates done open back up, y'all, they coming back. So some of us is getting ready to give birth to those seeds. Some of us already have given birth to those seeds. And what you have to understand is this is the tech, we the technology. We are the AI. We are the algorithm for intelligence. We created all of this stuff, the original program, everything. So enter and understand the tech is going to be controlled by us and your children and stuff like that through the power of the mind. Because that's how it always was controlled. And all of these people that's finna go is the people that was clones. It's real simple what's going on, y'all. It's really, really simple. You finna see something go out and something come back in, y'all. It's survival of the fittest. It's the codes, yo. That's what matters. The genetic codes. Some people can't procreate right now because that energy that's coming from the cosmos done shut they procreation down because they don't have the right genetic codes to carry the gods. So that's why they losing their fertility. You're not a real organic plasma being, so you can't carry a real plasma being. We in a different time now. A different energy, y'all. We have evolved. This is evolution. This is facts. This is why Trump letting out them type of codes. Only the weak will fail. And that's real. That's exactly what's happening. Some people finna go up. Some bloodlines is finna go up. And some bloodlines is getting ready to be wiped out. Some places is getting ready to come up. And some places is getting wiped out right now as we speak. You just looking at a shift. And it's really deep when you begin to look at it like that, you understand, because it's nothing to fear. Everything has to evolve. As long as you are where you're supposed to be at, you fine. As long as you got a connection to the astral plane, you fine. Energy neither created or destroyed, only transferred. You're going to go wherever you belong. And that ain't up to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's each individual. And whether you got a soul or not, and whether you did the work. Because a lot of people, this ain't your first lifetime. This shit done happened many times before. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's kind of like this. The program give you so many iterations, yo. We all an algorithm of the Great Mother. Enter and overstand. We all are a fractal of her, if you got a soul. And what you have to enter and understand, the beings that's just spirits are copies of the beings with souls, you guys. They don't house the real records. You understand? It's a dead circuit. So that energy got to get pulled back into the earth where it came from. That's what I mean by it's going to go back to solar. Solar is under the earth, not on top. That's the projection. So basically, what is we seeing because of this? We seeing a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. We seeing a whole bunch of stuff. One thing that somebody brought to my attention was it's a lot of distractions, y'all. It's a lot of distractions. But it was an empress on YouTube, you all. And this is it was an interesting post because it's talking about that you got women now who, you understand what I'm saying, who was selling themselves. You understand what I'm saying? You know, selling poom, selling head and everything. And women actually out here prostituting themselves or whatever, you understand, selling it for $12. This is real, $12, y'all. Now I'm finna go somewhere with it. Just wait, I'm going somewhere with this. So they out here, $12. You understand? That's how low it's done got. And so the empress was on there, or the lady, you understand, and her perspective on it is, you understand, that it's the women's fault. That men is tired, you understand, of gold digging women and women who only got sex to offer, and that men done start looking for something else. I agree, but it ain't that they just started looking for something else, though. They been looking for something else. You want to know what changed? The divine feminine sat down and became abstinent. When she became abstinent, then her energy couldn't get transferred to those bitches through him. So now he out there fucking a whole bunch of bitches with no power, no soul. You done sold your soul. It's depleted. Or you ain't got one. That's why you out here tricking. It ain't hit you. The energy from the Great Mother ain't hit you. Because the energy from the Great Mother, every divine feminine that was single shut that shit down. Every divine feminine I talk to, like I've been celibate, and they be years, nigga, years, if they wasn't single. Because that energy had to get shut down. And those divine feminine had to get this cosmic energy right here in their eggs and get ready for the masculine once they awaken. And now the masculine is awakening because the divine feminine is radiating codes to them and awakening them through our magnetism. And now they on such a vibration that they don't want that no more. They looking for something else. Because the earth is shifting. You understand? The consciousness is shifting. You understand what I'm saying? And women and men that's caught up in that type of energy is getting ready to get left behind. It's both sides. It's both sides to that equation. You understand what I'm saying? We in a different time. We in a new energy. We in a new age. And because of that, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of masculine now is looking for something else. As you should. Up your standards. And as a woman should up her standards, because you got to be vibrating very low to be out here selling yourself for $12. And that number 12 hit different, nigga. You understand? Because that's a multiple of 3, y'all. That's some heavy duty shit. Some real heavy succubus energy. Exactly. Feel awakened and know your worth. Know your worth. Love yourself. That go for everybody. You understand? You got to love yourself first. You can't get to nothing if you ain't even got nothing to give to yourself. You know, I'll never enter and overstand it. You understand? Like, they fooled our daughters and they fooled our sons. And they put these false celebrities up there, these false celestials. You understand? I say self-love is the best love. But they put them false celestials up there talking about, you know what I'm saying, living that life or whatever out here. All of them, you understand, radiating that energy. You understand? And what was the result of it? You get nothing. That was what they was put out here to do, to get you off of your path. You understand? You out here chasing the Joneses when you should have been out here chasing your own self. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, for real, these people was out here chasing the Joneses. And now the illusion is being revealed. Now you see all of that designer that you was wearing counterfeit. It wasn't even real. It was made at the same place Payless made they shit. So you done been out here depleting your soul for these people for nothing. You was out here selling your poom poom for a Birkin bag, and that bitch ain't worth more than a motherfucking Marshall's bag over there on the goddamn clearance shelf. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? All of them little IG fly me out chicks. You remember all them fly me out chicks? Yeah, how did that turn out? You understand? You got some Temu special shit. Motherfucker with a Louis Vuitton on it, with a Chanel on it. That shit don't matter. So what? You still got the same harsh chemicals, dyes, and everything, motherfucker. I ain't never bought none of that shit. I always knew. I work in the quality industry, so I always knew, motherfucker. You out here, they was out here working their ass off too, y'all. They was out here working their ass off. They was out here bragging on people. Oh, I got the newest Amiri. Oh, I got the newest YSL. Don't you feel like a YSL motherfucking fool? An Amiri fucking fool? A Chanel fucking fool? You was always a fucking fool, motherfucker. You was a fool, bitch. Now, bitch, we out the illusion. Now everything coming out. Mask off, bitch. You worked and depleted your soul for absolutely fucking nothing. That shit cost $1 and you paid $30,000 for it. Kiss my ass. That Birkin cost $1,400 motherfucking dollars. You done paid 30, 100. You stupid. You don't look intelligent at fucking all. Thank you. Shit made for mask $16. Right, Taz. Mask the fuck off. That mask came off so fucking quick. The illusions is done. That's what people don't enter and understand. So what you got now? Now think about them people who base their self-worth on materialistic shit. And a great mother done showed you that it wasn't nothing. All that shit counterfeit, nigga. I never bought any of that shit either, Feel Awakening. The shit's crazy. The shit's crazy. So all that lifestyle, you understand what I'm saying? They was up here speaking and promoting. You understand? Got all our kids out here hustling the fucking block, selling all of these drugs to go to the prison pipeline to get some fucking Chanel slides, motherfucker. And them Chanel slides ain't worth nothing but a fucking dollar, nigga. A dollar. You pay $450 for some slides that cost a dollar, nigga. How dumb is you? And you up there talking about you got racks to your fucking ears. Motherfucker, please. Use a fucking fool, a imbecile, a dummy. I'm laughing at you right now. You're funny. They funny as hell, y'all. The joke is on them. Motherfuckers in that industry was really, really bending over for that shit. Motherfuckers up there parading that shit, done bent over. Women up there parading that shit, done went over to Saudi Arabia and got shitted on and stuff for them bags and shit. Girl, you let somebody shit on you for a bag that ain't worth nothing but like $1.50? You's a goofy. You know, Southpaw, when I saw that, when I posted that about the dude with the Chanel slides, yo, it's so many like that, y'all, though. It's so many. Materialistic. All of that shit they did, yo, was for nothing. You got people that's dead in the dirt right now because they wore labels that was counterfeit and died for counterfeit shit right now. Y'all, how many niggas hustled the block so they could have all of this shit right here, and it's all fake shit now. You see how they fooled them people? Gave up your soul for nothing. Gave up your body for nothing. Boy, that's how the devil trick you, boy. Boy, ain't that the illusion? Just look how ugly that is right now. You up there in your crib, you showing MTV cribs. You done paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for all of that furniture and shit. You bragging on it. Oh, it's imported from France and Italy. Come to fuck out. That shit's freshly made out of goddamn China. You done paid $30,000 for a couch that's $6,000. You done paid $100,000 for a refrigerator that costs $100 to make. You's a fucking fool and a clown. These people literally done killed themselves for an illusion, y'all. Just think about what I'm saying right now, bro. All that energy they wasted bragging, all them billions of dollars they done spent. Yes, billions on billions of wealth. They transfer to those people for worthless shit right now. We ain't even got to ride on them no harder. we could go ahead and ride on somebody else because they know they look stupid as fuck. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You sold your soul for absolutely nothing. And you found out the same thing that all of them celebrities who got your ass out here buying all of that shit. Remember, they was getting that shit for free. See, they made you look stupid. Them people look stupid because them people was out here working for shit that they got for free. Them celebrities, you understand? Chris Brown and all of them got all of them clothes and all of that designer shit for free from them designers. And then you went out here and paid billions of dollars for it and it was worthless. But here you go. You should have known that them artists wasn't paying all of them hundreds and hundreds of thousands for them clothes. Because them artists don't even have no fucking money for their goddamn self. How many artists do we know right now that's dead or in the dirt because they done got robbed by the industry? So you know that they ain't the ones, you understand, who funding that lifestyle. It was all an illusion to get you out here to sell your soul like they done sold theirs, bro. Misery love fucking company, don't it? Some of them, even when they found out how cheap it was to manufacture the fucking clothes, started their own fucking clothing lines and did the same shit to you. Jay-Z, Puffy, Sean John, Rockaware, all that bullshit. Baby fat, all of that. Rihanna shit, all that shit. Counter fucking fit. Let's go. Misery love company. They already knew they was damn. They just out here glorifying the life that they knew they ain't got. Half of them motherfuckers living in shit that's rented, leased, ain't theirs. You understand? Living off advance after advance. You getting free clothes and shit like that. You a slave in a fucking 360 deal. They giving up all their money. So really they broke rich, motherfucker. Cause soon as the shit hit the fan, they the first ones that ain't got no money. Look at your girl Dawn Richard from En Vogue sleeping in her fucking car. You know how many fucking hits En Vogue got? You know how many streams En Vogue got? And she in her car sleeping? For years? Angie Stone, one of the greatest singers of all time, who did so much for hip hop and all music genres of our music, you understand? Got robbed, and when she tried to blow the whistle, got killed. So these artists ain't got no money. They signed this contracts. They done sold. They sold, though. Greetings. Shit too real. And then they give them what? The false money, the ones who really into it good, who really recruit enough people for them, that's the ones that they, appoint up high. Then you a A-list celebrity then. And they give them the illusion like they making some money and got some control. But as soon as, motherfucker, they get ready, they do what? Burn their ass to get the heat off of them or to distract somebody from some shit that's going on. And that's what's going on right now, a distraction. All them celebrities is already damn. They know they damn, bro. You know you damn. Stop playing with us, bro. It's all the same entity. It just need to show itself. We all know what the fuck is up. Or maybe some people don't, but the awakened people do, motherfucker. You can't give me 3 different flavors and think I'm not gonna know that's the same fucking thing. Not anymore, because I could see through the illusion. You enter and overstand. And when you see through the illusion, you could see what it really was. So all of them celebrities got up there and convinced people, the world, to go out here and sell their soul for material possessions that wasn't worth shit. And distracted you well while they was doing it. And that's what they doing right fucking now. Let's get on Shannon Sharp. Or let's not. Or let's not. Because that's a real distraction. Y'all, Istanbul is doing like this, bruh. Who cares about this dude, bro? But at the end of the day, y'all, that's got to be control opposition, y'all. They got to be control opposition, y'all. Just, y'all, listen to me. Bruh, he on YouTube, the top YouTube, everything. This shit's a distraction, bruh. It's about division and all kind of shit. Because ain't none of them niggas straight for real. Don't none of them niggas like women. Don't none of them ninjas like women. Now, everybody who talking about it, Dr. Umar, you know what it is. Bootsy, you know what it is too. Because any of them that's up in there signing them contracts had to bend over. Man, leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone on it, bro. Don't nobody care, man. Don't nobody care. That shit's a distraction. And they always try to do the black and the white illusion. You understand? Black man, white woman, or whatever. Bruh, who gives a fuck? You enter and understand, though? Who give a fuck? Like, for real and really. You understand, though, at the end of the day, you understand it's a bunch of homosexual men up there using women as beards. Don't none of them men like women for real. That's why they with one woman and the next woman and the next woman and the next woman, because they all in the closet and they need to just go ahead and come out. That's why they treat women the way they do. They all feminine acting as hell. Pussies. That's not no real man, because a real man only have one family, not multiple fucking families. Out here like they be acting, bro. They act mad feminine, suspect as hell. They always around niggas more than they around bitches. That ought to be your sign right there. Always in the studio, a bunch of niggas, all kind of shit, little parties and stuff, naked basketball and all kind of, man, y'all leave me alone. Let me close my window. Ain't it sad for those women who was living them lives? You understand? That's all of these women that's been with these men that's closeted homosexuals. You understand? They up there showing you this Real Housewives lives, holding up all of them Birkins and stuff, walking through my furniture, $100,000. Now, bitch, how do it feel to know that you was with a man that didn't want to give you no dick because he was too busy bending over for some old white fat executive dude, okay, or with his mouth on him, okay, and you had a Birkin bag in your hand that you said $100,000, bitch, but really that motherfucker came from China and it only cost $1,400. So that's you. That was really your real life. And a lot of women been doing that, bro. A lot of them up there already know that them men is bending the freak over, bro. And they chose to be with men and be they freaking beard. You and understand what I'm saying? For money, for material. And now that the illusion got slapped off, you finding out all that material that they had was fucking counterfeit. And you out here slaving yourself to buy the material, and that shit was counterfeit. You see how it's all just a bunch of illusions on illusions? It's all a bunch of illusions on illusions. Like, and what's sad about it is they got men, young men, and men looking at these homosexual men and modeling them. And that's why you got so much problems now, bruh. Because you ain't modeling yourself after no real man. You modeling yourself after a man that want to be a woman. Exactly, self-love consciousness. They thought they had value in that fake stuff. Jada Pinkett, wasn't any value in that when you was turning your head to what your people was doing potentially to your son? Isn't any value in it now? All them women that sat by and watched those so-called celebrity men on your son, on your children, and you sat there because you was in that material. Now the world is seeing that everything that you sat by and got all of that shit fake and counterfeit. Sold your soul for nothing. That's what it's really boiling down to, y'all. That's what we really seeing now. The veil being lifted, y'all, and you getting ready to really see what your works was for. They ain't got nothing, bro. They ain't got nothing. All that shit's worthless. And it was always worthless. That was the whole illusion of it all. The only thing that gave it value was your thoughts. It's just a shame. You understand what I'm saying? It's a shame. And you know, I just want to say one more thing too. People need to stop this mess. Don't nobody, I just want to say this. And I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I'm just going to say it like I got to say it. And you understand? Listen, I'm a melanated woman, and this is just getting ready to come from a melanated woman perspective of me. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for myself because I get tired of seeing the shit. You understand? Y'all listen. I come from a time, you understand what I'm saying, where in the 90s, you understand what I'm saying, I was a teen mom. 17. You understand what I'm saying? And at that time, it was a lot of melanated men who was dating white girls or whatever. I'm just keeping this real. And the white women was like, oh, the reason why black men like this is because black women want to be baby mamas and all of this stuff. And they were saying that we was baby mamas and they was wives and they were so much better than us and all of this, that, and the third. And so they played that angle for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? Now you fast forward now. Is it really melanated women? Because it look like y'all baby mamas and shit out here too. So we all in the same boat, bruh, because it's programming. Somebody done programmed these melanated men's minds to be broken. And it ain't got nothing to do with feminine, period. Or just men's minds to be broken, period, y'all. I'm serious as everything. And you know, to me, when I see a melanated man now with a white woman, I immediately throw up a red flag because I feel like he has some racial tension towards his own self and his own mother. That's why he chose an image of a woman that's nothing like her. And this is my perspective, y'all. This ain't got to be everybody's perspective. But something's wrong with you if you hate the reflection of yourself. Now, love is love, and I'm not saying you can't love somebody from another race, but I'm not saying every man is like this, but I'm saying a large majority of them melanated men who go after women who are of other races do not like themselves or melanated women. If you don't like melanated women and you a black man, you can't like yourself. And you know what's so fucked up about it is these white women don't like melanated women or melanated people either. And then you procreate with them and then they have a fucking melanated baby. And then that baby have to suffer through that fucking shit because you don't love your melanated skin. She goddamn sure don't fucking love it. And this baby caught in the fucking middle of the goddamn bullshit because you a selfish motherfucker who ain't never healed whatever you got against your mama or melanated women, and you see how you pulling another life into that shit. Because the only problem that I had with that Shannon Sharp shit was the stuff that the bitch was saying. When she was like, put a big black baby in me and all of this type of shit. This the way that these bitches really talking, and this the shit y'all really going for, bro? Because that's some fucked up shit and a fucked up ass mindset to have. If you talking about raising a melanated child. And that's the problem that I be having. White women that's raising melanated children that don't like black women and black people. That these black men that don't like black women go out here and get because you a self-hating motherfucker. Now that's my problem with it. And then you procreating, and then you pulling kids in the middle of it. Don't nobody never talk about how much the mixed kids suffer from that shit. Because they don't fit in no fucking where. They can't identify with nothing. If I'm a black woman, I can't identify with a fucking white mother. It don't fucking matter. I'm melanated, bitch. My hair coil, bitch. I got DEA, bitch. She can't never teach that child how to be in her image. So that child always gonna get a graven image. Fool. They be the worst, bro. They the worst out here with that shit. Selfish as hell. Mentally fucked up in the head. You hate yourself. That's my problem. I don't have a problem with people interracially dating if you don't have no hate for another race. But I got the problems with the ones that do. And out here procreating and bringing melanated children into the earth and fucking their minds the fuck up. I got a problem with y'all. Now that's my problem. If you really want to know how I feel about it. Be with who you gonna be with. But you need to be right in the fucking head. Especially if you doing some interracial dating shit. And you really need to think of the implications of that. Because your black ass probably had a black mother. 9 times out of 10. And you get ready to have a child that's not. Think about that really in depth. And this is no offense to white women. It would be the same way if me being a black mom trying to raise a white child. That would be, the child can't identify with me. To a degree, y'all, that shit's for real. And that's why that type of stuff do matter. You understand, the first image you get of yourself, the first image you get of love, the first image you get of knowledge, all of that nurturing is your mother, motherfucker. That's your first fucking teacher. Fuck around and find out. And you giving a child a first teacher that don't even like the fucking goddamn heritage that the child come from? Fuck, what you expect to happen? Kids be confused as hell. So confused as hell. You creating demigods, bruh. Do you even understand what you doing to people? No, you just out here tapping root chakra, switching genetics. You don't even know what the fuck going on. You dimming motherfucker soul light and all kind of shit. That's what a demigod is. You dim, bitch. Don't matter how much connection you got to the astrals, your physical body ain't gonna be able to do as much because you ain't got the melanin codes for it. And that's why they always depressed and feeling like they don't belong and don't fucking fit, but don't nobody really talk about that shit because then they have to talk about the soul and what the fuck you really doing to people. Dimming your child's fucking light, bro. It would be fucked up as hell if I was in this body and had the connection to the great mother that I had, but couldn't manifest the magnetism. And you got so many out here like that right now because of the bullshit. And that's the real truth of it. If you really want to know the truth of it. You dimming motherfuckers' light, bro. You fucking them up. They can't harness the energy right. And then on top of that, if you got some psychological issues too, you done probably put them on that child too. So then they dealing with that shit. It would be fucked up as hell if I had a mama that didn't like black people. God damn. Or a dad that didn't like black women and I'm a black girl. Like, good grief. Can you imagine? Like, Lil Wayne's daughter, I feel so bad for her. And girls like that. Can you imagine being a daughter and the image of what your dad loved don't look nothing the fuck like you? And that's the first man that you ever loved. And then you wonder why these girls go out here and they doing all of this shit to themselves to look different. Bitch, that's what you taught her. People don't be wanting to hear the truth. I'ma just be quiet. Because for real, it's for real, it's real. Like, you understand, when you a parent over somebody's mind, bro, when you can mold somebody's mind, that's the most important job you ever take up in your life. And motherfuckers just be out here playing with it so fucking trivial, yo. It make me so mad. Because ain't nothing not trivial about a soul and putting an impression on somebody in an imprint. And if you is so lucky as to be able to procreate and put an imprint on something, you need to do the right thing. Bro, and if you can't, that's what the great mother doing. She's shutting that shit the fuck down. And thank goodness she is. It's a shame and a disgrace too. But I ain't gonna get into that. So anyway, do anybody want to come on or anything? Y'all know I'll be running my mouth, but I'll open it up to anybody who want to come on and chat. But, that was all, that I saw that I needed to get off my chest today. And you understand, listen. On some for real, I love all people. It don't matter the color. You understand? And I always teach y'all that there's a such thing as the black dot. And that's what I'm talking about. The demigod shit and all of that stuff, y'all. And that's a real deep thing. And people really do go through stuff. You understand? Mental stuff, yo. It's much harder for them. You understand? Ascending is much harder for them. Just because of the way the firing going shit. I'm telling y'all straight up the truth. I can't make this stuff up. It really do matter. You really dimming somebody's light. You really dimming their potential energy, bro. I don't know, but you dimming their potential energy, bro. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, people need to, like I said, we in a new time now. And I think that this is a wonderful time to be alive, you guys, because we got so much information out here. You understand? We are getting new, upgraded codes. You understand? Understanding more about our genetics, understanding more about procreation, understanding more about self-healing, understanding more about this technology, all kind of stuff we getting. And we getting ready to go forward, y'all. You understand? These people is in a dying system. It's almost like they want to get your attention. You understand? Like that story in the Bible, you know, when Lot's wife looked back, she turned to a pillar of salt. Like, bitch, don't look back on them. You understand? They want your attention because they crumbling, but you done been assigned to go to something greater than this. You understand what I'm saying? Your calling is something higher than this, y'all. We got a bigger and a greater purpose. And because we got all of these things, y'all, what they doing don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? They need our energy. They need our energy. They system collapsing so hard. I'm going to tell you how hard they need your energy for rituals, y'all. I'm going to tell you how hard they need your energy for rituals. I promise y'all, that Pope been dead since motherfucking in January. But let's go back. What did these motherfuckers do this year that let you know that they was trying to harness the energy of melanated people? Now, melanated people done stopped going to church in droves. But what holiday do melanated people celebrate and put a lot of energy into in April now? 4/20. That's the smoke day. Melanated people celebrate that day, party on that day, do they not? Give that day a lot of energy. We turned that day into a holiday, did we not? You think it's a coincidence that these motherfuckers moved Easter all the way to 4/20 to try to harness that energy too? And then when that didn't work, then they're going to hit you with the Pope and come and try to harness some more energy now. Because they're trying to get ready for this big shift that's coming, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's some real nigga shit that's getting ready to go down. They trying to harness energy, y'all. Easter at 4/20. Exactly. They trying to harness melanated people's energy, y'all, on them ritual days. That's why they moved their ritual to our 4/20 day, y'all. They was trying to harness energy. But what ended up happening, and ain't end up working. I forgot. I ain't even know it was 4/20 till the day was damn near over. Shit, I always be smoking, so it didn't matter. You understand? But I didn't give it no energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we just in a different time. All of the rituals and stuff that they use to try to harness our energy, to use it against us, try to harness our will. Oh, happy born day, happy solar return, self-love consciousness. But everything they try to do against us, you understand what I'm saying? Now that stuff is working for us. So, y'all, you understand what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's up for real. It is up for real. It is up for real, y'all. That's crazy. Her day on 4/20. That's all right though. That's all right. That's all right. My grandson birthday in like a day or shoot, his birthday. Hold up. What's today? The 23rd? Yeah, he on the 27th. So my grandson getting ready to have a birthday too. And my dad's birthday was the 24th. So I got a lot of April people in my family. So happy born day. Yeah, but I ain't got nothing else, y'all. I think I done rolled on them enough for one day. You understand what I'm saying? The main thing I think to focus on is what we talked about in the real beginning of the conversation, though. All of this stuff, all of these weather phenomena, you understand, but really focus on your ascension more than anything. Like, that's what's so important right now. Everything else is going to be a distraction. Tiamat getting ready to sound wave. Some shit finna shake. Some shit finna quake. Some water finna... It's already happening, y'all. It's already happening. Like, if anybody don't believe me, just go to my Telegram group. Go to Telegram, my Telegram, current events. The link somewhere on my page. Just when you click out of here, one of those ones that say current events, just click that and go to the Telegram. And you could be up in there and you could get all of the updates. And you could see all of the water, all of the fire, all of the hail, all the tornadoes, all the earthquakes. Man, somebody that's in there, just throw a 1 up in the chat. You know I ain't making this up. Taz, y'all, some of y'all is up in there. I think self-love up in that group. Y'all, I ain't never seen it like this. Yo, I'm like, it's finna happen. Like, y'all, I done been feeling it in my soul bones. Like, I could feel it coming. Like, all my visions that I had, it's come to pass. I'm telling y'all, it's getting ready to happen. And y'all, listen, it's not nothing to fear. You understand? It really ain't, because obviously we was meant to be in this time. You understand what I'm saying? And witness it. But I'm getting ready to just say, it's just getting ready to be a change, you guys, and just be ready to detach from some stuff. You understand what I'm saying? It was all an illusion. You understand what I'm saying? These people gave you an illusion. And what they're going to try to do is, all of this is happening, they're going to start stripping stuff from you. You understand what I'm saying? Let it get stripped. It was all an illusion. The only thing that matter really is you and your soul. The only thing that ever mattered was you and your soul. For real. Everything else was material. You understand? Everything else was just a distraction. And that's all that this should show you right now, is that everything else was a distraction. And yes, love, my Italian mama done had enough, y'all. I'm telling you. I had that vision. I talked about that vision of that ancestor with the fire eyes, yo. And ever since I seen that ancestor shit being cut in the fucking food, you understand, cut in the fucking food. And this just the way it's gotta go, y'all. Stuff gotta renew. Like, I don't look at it as a bad thing. You understand? I look at it as a good thing. I look at it as refreshing. You understand? We done been in servitude and slavery. We done been on these jobs, done been working. You understand? People can't afford housing right now. People can't afford food right now. Like, this system got to go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's got to go. These people, every fucking 60 years, they changing the monetary system, changing shit. You understand? Reshuffling the board. Ain't y'all tired of that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know the earth tired. These people, they done dirtied up, polluted our land. You understand what I'm saying? Plastic trash every fucking where you go, bruh. Everybody need a break, including Tiamat. So that's what we getting ready to get. I look at this shit as a break. You understand? Some of these cities finna rumble, crumple. You understand? Some of these grids getting ready to rumple, tumble. You understand? Let them. When them bitches go, I'm just gonna be in the peace. When this phone go, I'm just gonna be in the peace. Y'all, that's what I'm telling you, you need to do. Let it go. Just be in the peace. You understand what I'm saying? Just be in the peace. And you will have peace. But if you let yourself be in this chaos, if you get crazy like these people gonna get, you gonna get with them. You understand? You need to be the calm through the storm. Because I'm telling you, you gonna see some shit. People ain't gonna be able to, they minds. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. Just think about it, y'all. We talking about skyscrapers going into the dirt. Like, we talking about multiple 9/11s at once, nigga, in one city. You understand? Like, we talking about some real nigga shit. Like, people ain't seen stuff like that. I done seen it in my visions. And I'm just gonna say, when you are around that, when you live through that, it changed you forever. Some of us is meant to have those type of experiences. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, just have your peace, y'all. That's facts, Taz. If it can't be in peace, you gonna be in pieces. This is facts, man. Detach from some of that shit, bro. You don't need all of that shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, you gotta get yourself light as a feather, bro. Both heart, mind, spirit, and soul. And what you got around you, bro. You don't need all of that shit to live. You understand what I'm saying for a second? You understand you need to be comfortable and you need to be able to do the work that the great mother sent you here to do. But some shit gonna have to fade to the left because it never existed and it's not supposed to go into the next plane. So you understand why some of the stuff that you even got attachments to right now is gonna go because it can't go forward. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that we got is gonna go and we're gonna have to detach and move forward. You understand what I'm saying? So when it come time for you to let it go, don't be afraid. You understand? Don't show no fear. You understand? Just know you the same soul. You the same soul. That don't never change. A star don't never change. It radiate energy. You understand what I'm saying? And even when you think it's burnt out, it's not burnt out. It turns into a what? A black hole. And so that's you, bro. You might radiate energy and you might have a lot of material. And then you might have to absorb all of that energy and lose some material and pull your energy back. That's what you better do, bro. Energy and motion is emotions, y'all. So I'm talking about everything, not just physical, but I'm talking about mental and material too, because it all have the same effect. Losing a car have the same effect on you from a biochemical standpoint as losing a lover. Let's go. It's still an emotional tie. You understand what I'm saying? People, persons, things. You understand? They all take energy. So you gotta detach from it all. Be ready to. That's what I've been doing. Exactly, Superstar. Y'all know I done downsized. You understand what I'm saying? Every time, and it does feel freeing too. It really does. It really does, y'all. Like, I done downsized a lot from when I first started. I think when I first came on, I think I had like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Yeah, like I done downsized a lot. And I'm going to tell you something. Thank goodness I did because I ain't got none of the worries. Like, man, you got people out here. Let's talk about this before I go. Man, what the came up? Bruh, you lost the job. You ain't lost your life. Get it together, bro. Put some gumption in your ass and just know, okay, today I took a loss, but maybe not tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you lost your job, become your own job then. You understand? Like, people too ready to just quit. I don't know. That just ain't never been me. You understand? But you got a lot of people right now that's, going through a lot because of job losses, the economy, shit getting tight. You understand what I'm saying? Shit getting tight. But I'm just like, bruh, you got to pick yourself back up. I feel like if you in a position and you laid off right now, you in a perfect opportunity and time to be alive because you could be your own employer right now. You always in abundance. Ashe. You make your own abundance. You understand what I'm saying? And if you got to work for anybody, don't be ashamed to work for yourself. You got plenty skills. You understand? If you didn't have the skills, you couldn't be on a job and they be robbing your energy. You just got to figure out your path and roll with it, bro. You enter and over stand up, but for real, you understand, like, you can't be out here, you know, cycling the negative energy. That's the way I look at that. You understand, like, some people, when things don't go good, they stay stuck in that energy. No, you got to dissipate that. You got to come up above it. And, you know, I know a lot of people is going to be experiencing loss. You understand what I'm saying? But loss is really not a loss. It's a gain as well. You understand? Pull your energy back. You understand what I'm saying? It's a loss of an attachment, but it's not a loss of you. You still there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, through it all, you gonna be there. You understand what I'm saying? So just remember that. You the same person. Whether, like I said, you got all of that or you don't. And once you could get past the illusion and realize that, then you're not trapped. And most of us already passed that illusion, as you know, because we ain't out here buying all of them labels and all of that stuff. It's the people that's into all of that that's going to have a really hard time detaching, because they done built up so much stuff of a facade around themselves that now when you pull that back, they ain't got nothing to hold it up. All right. So, on that note, I ain't got nothing else. Do y'all got anything before I go? Let me see. Let me look through the messages. I think I responded to everything that you guys had. So, definitely you guys, catch me tomorrow on Telegram. We'll be having a current events there, and I'll be going over a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to get in as much as I can. You know, I'm gonna start at, I think, about 7, and I'm not gonna go past 11, y'all. I ain't gonna do more than 4 hours tomorrow. So hopefully I could knock everything out in about 2.5. But I'm telling y'all the truth. These last 3 days, y'all, man, it's a lot going on the globe, y'all. I just, for real, pay attention to that. Fuck everything else. I'm for real to a degree, because I know, like, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I know a lot of my followers are in different, you know, countries, some of them different time zones. If you see this, please just pay attention to your local areas. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody, if you ain't got a map, I'm talking about handheld map, please get you one. Order it now. Get it now off Amazon while you still can, before it probably gets sky high than a bitch. And just be ready. Have that and just be ready and go forth. And everything will be fine. And we're going to go forth like that. Self-love, that's good. You sold all your possessions. And it is hard. It is hard. It is hard to do that, y'all. It's hard to part with stuff. But you know what? Once you do, you feel so free. You understand what I'm saying? You free then. You understand? You ain't got that weight on you no more. You ain't got to worry about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like just a case of rah moment. Yeah, I done been feeling the anxiousness too. And that's why I be smoking. And also the anxiousness, also, you guys, for real, the anxiety is the sun, y'all. That is part of the ascension. I'm serious as hell. when you start feeling the real anxiousness too, that could be some of the cosmic radiation hitting you. And like I said, it hits your HPA axis, you guys. I'm actually making an ebook about this that I'm going to drop in about 2 weeks, because this is something that's important for us. But seriously, you know how you feeling the anxiousness though? It hits your HPA axis, and like I said, that releases cortisol, and cortisol causes your body to tense up and you feel anxiety. That's one of the reactions to it too. You understand what I'm saying? So do some more grounding. Try to get a whole bunch of H3O water, y'all. Y'all, we need H3O water. If you ain't got a lot of fruit and stuff like that, you can infuse water with the fruit. You understand what I'm saying? To try to turn it to the H3O. But you need H3O water, and you need minerals for sure. Especially if you're feeling the nausea, like I done been feeling the nausea, so I've been drinking a lot of ginger ale. But y'all, we under heavy cosmic radiation right now. And your body got to adjust. Your HPA axis, your kundalini got to adjust. So just do those exercises, meditation, get your rest. You understand what I'm saying? Try to get your rest. Try to cut off all electronics when you go to sleep. Whatever time you go to sleep, try to cut off all the electronics, because those is going to interfere with you, okay? Try to have air circulating in your room. That's going to help to circulate like the pollen and the dust, or have some type of air purification system in your room now, y'all. Because at night, that's when this ghost pollen and shit that they bombard in the air come down, and it affects your respiration at night. You understand what I'm saying? So, be trying to do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? You could also, I think, take a lemon and put salt in it and put it by your bed too. That ionizes the air as well. But you want to get ions. So stuff like pineapples, lemons, limes. You understand what I'm saying? You need ionization. You understand what I'm saying to a degree. And you need H3O water, hydration, minerals. Okay, don't drink too much water, because you could drink too much water. Regular water, you understand? If you're drinking regular water, that's not good. You understand to a degree. You don't want to over drink too much water, because then you're going to fuck up your electrolytes. And y'all, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like H3O water, some type of alkalinity or whatever in the water, because you need the ions to still be in the water right now, because you need those ions in your body. Okay? All right. Yeah, you taking magnesium, bliss you up. You really suffering. Try to see if grounding help you, Empress. Try to grounding. Try to lavender, like baths. What you call it? Like the what you call it, when you soak or whatever, or even if you don't take baths, you could take a shower, but with the lavender salt and stuff to get the aromatherapy. You understand what I'm saying? And definitely, eat in smaller increments. You need to look at your diet a whole lot, because your body could be rejecting something that you eat into, because that happened to me when my body was when my body upgrade too, and I gotta let go of a certain food that I've been eating. Start getting that too. So look at what you eating, because it could be something you eating too. What you say, you could get 2 grapefruit, 2 lemon, and 2 limes, and cut the peels and boil them with water for an hour if you having respiratory problems. That's a fact. That's true. What Taz just said, that helps to put the ions in the air. So all of the stuff that we basically saying is helping to ionize the air. So the air purifier ionizes the air. Air moving ionizes the air. The pills and the grapefruit and the lemons, that ionizes the air, and it also puts different chemicals and stuff in the air too, that like the vitamin C, the intermediates from that'll help you. You understand? That'll actually help break up the mucus. What else? Mullein is a real good one for respiratory. If you ain't got that in your cabinet, everybody should have some mullein, because that's a really good one. What else? Elderberry is really good for that too. But yeah, get you some herbs on deck. Definitely so. And get you a good detox, y'all. I'm telling you right now. If you don't do nothing else, start just detox, bruh. I'm telling you, just detox. Just detox. Yeah, regular water ain't gonna hydrate you. That's a fact. It's only H3O that's gonna help you. Regular water right now will deplete your ions. I saw an article where a lady had drank herself to death. You understand what I'm saying? Because you gonna feel thirsty if you ain't got H3O. You gonna feel dehydrated. You understand? This summer, you gonna be needing H3O, y'all. So just remember that alkaline water from fruit, stuff like that, that type of real hydration. You understand? You're going to need that. And you already probably need it now. That's why we already starting to feel the nausea and all of that type of stuff. We mineral depleted and we dehydrated. Which makes sense too, y'all, if you think about it. With the stuff that's in our diets and stuff. All of the salt and stuff that's in our diets and stuff. You'll be getting salt and you ain't even trying to. You really got to watch them now, y'all. Because even the organic and healthy foods, they starting to sneak stuff in there. And it's like the byproducts of sodium and shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? They starting to do stuff to the processes now, even with the organic foods, that can cause some problems. Exactly, E. We is about to be eating the sun, y'all. That's what's really happening. And I was looking at it, and I was like, because I was thinking, and I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I know all of us ain't got radiation sickness, because we would be having health problems. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that's it. Some people might be getting radiation sickness though. Like, it's getting ready to be for real. Some people might. But I know what we going through. This is the ascension. Like, we just got to detox our bodies, y'all, and get ready for it. We got to get ready for it. For these solar waves, bro. Because I'm telling you, it ain't a game, boy. All right. So you guys, y'all go in peace, power, and protection tonight. I hope y'all have a good evening. I hope y'all have a good evening and everything. Yeah, the purple rain, UV radiation. So, yep. So we in the purple rain. In the red dawn, y'all. And the red dawn. That's another thing, y'all. Y'all should have known that we was in it when we saw the red dawn hit Iraq, Iran, and what was the other place that it hit? Kuwait? Saudi Arabia? Yeah. Over there, Kuwait, I think it was. They had the red dawn in 3 different countries, y'all. A sandstorm that turned that shit all the way red. Bro. And then that's when Tehran and all of that shit over there just done started shaking. All just that shit just doing the Millie Rock right now, y'all. Alaska about to go, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm finna come up off of here because any moment, bro, I'm for real as hell. I done just been looking. I saw another earthquake just happen. I'm finna see where that one at. Like, y'all, earthquake watch is in effect. You can go, I tell you, I'm not trying to promote my Telegram, but I'm for real. Like, I got links to different YouTube pages and stuff in there that I be following that you can follow and stuff like that that'll help you out so you can keep up with it kind of yourself. But if you're a real cosmic being, you really don't even need that right now because you feeling it. You all nausea, everybody on here talking about nausea, all kind of stuff like that because we feeling what's going on, like the earth. That's the kundalini. So it's right there in the bowels, bro. That shit finna go. Tiamat about to give birth, bro. That's what we all kind of feeling. You understand, like the kundalini come from here. You understand what I'm saying? It's radiating up. It's here, it's here, it's here. We got to help it get up the circuit. But remember, we attached to Tiamat too. So it's coming, y'all. Like, you feel what I'm like? We feeling it in our bowels, the she and her bowels. And as you know, the quakes is getting what? Closer to the what? Surface. And our kundalini is rising. It's getting closer to our crown, bruh. And when we do our coronal mass, she gonna do it too. And that shit gonna be like sine wave, brain wave, sine wave, motherfucking wave. That shit finna wave. You gonna see it, bruh. It ain't gonna wave here first, I don't think, unless it's California. I think the wave, I don't know though. I don't know. Because when one of them plays shift like that, I think they are all gonna do it, bro. I don't think it's gonna be much warning. Maybe a couple hours at most. But I mean, what can you do in that time? Nothing. So we'll see. But it's finna get, it, man, it already is real, y'all. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, don't be distracted. It is real right now. Like, literally as I'm speaking, I mean this. Like, at any moment, the shit could just do it, bro. Man, we under so much space wind and shit right now, bro. So much pressure, bro. Exactly, Taz. That's what it's gonna be. One big one, then a domino effect. You ain't now, man. Taz, you told the truth, man. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think about the volcanoes, cause that's kind of how it's gonna go with them too. Like this shit finna get wow. Like, bruh, you a chaos being. Just go with the chaos. That's all I could say. Like, you a chaos being, bro. Just take a couple breaths, you understand? Do a couple squats, you know. Little, you understand? And just get ready, bro. Like, because Mother Gaia getting ready to show us who really run this shit. And it ain't none of us, bro. It ain't none of us. I mean, we do to a degree, but shit getting ready to get serious. It is serious. I can't even say getting ready to. Like, y'all, I'm going to just come up off of here. Because tomorrow, y'all going to see. Whoever come on the chat tomorrow, see it for themselves. Yeah, Israel. Israel. Motherfucker. Israel. You understand? ISIS. Ra. And L. Motherfucker is getting ready to light the fuck up, okay? Left hemisphere, right hemisphere, pineal, motherfucker, is getting ready to rumble. Tiamat is getting ready. Hers is getting ready to rumble too, nigga. We all get ready to rumble out here. Ashe. So, all right, y'all. So, go in peace, power, and protection. And we'll chat again. We'll chat again.